Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 12 of our 40 days of prayer leading up to the Crossway Church of Christ launch. I've told this story before, but many years ago, my very first ministry job, I was a worship leader for a church, and we had an 8 o'clock service. And one Sunday morning, I overslept. I woke up maybe 20 minutes before church was supposed to start. And in a panic, I got dressed and I got in my car and was headed down the highway toward church and was maybe 3 minutes away, and my car broke down. And there I was, stranded on the side of the road. Couldn't get a hold of everybody because everybody had turned their phones off because church was about to start. And I was stuck and I didn't know what to do. And I looked up the road and my heart leapt with joy as I saw a car heading toward me, and even more when I saw their blinker come on as I was out kind of waving, trying to get their attention, and everything was great. And then my heart sank because I saw the person driving the car was an ex-girlfriend of mine. And it was a girlfriend that things hadn't ended very well. And to her credit, she still pulled over. She still gave me a ride to church. And I was a little bit late, but everything worked out okay. I tell that story because sometimes it's hard to go to church. Sometimes it's hard to get there. We're coming up on winter, and sometimes we got icy roads. Sometimes, as we've experienced in the last few years, we have a pandemic that makes it hard to get to church. Sometimes just within us, it's hard to get to church. Well, our text this morning comes from Psalm 121, and it's a song that the Israelites would sing while they made their way to Jerusalem to worship, as they went to church. And they didn't go to church like we did, where they jumped in their car and drove 20 minutes and they were there. For some, it was a days-long journey, or a weeks-long journey, or a months-long journey. And oftentimes it was wrought with danger and peril. And so they would sing this song, Psalm 121. It's a song of God's protection over them as they traveled. And within this song, they ask the question, where does my help come from? And there's a whole lot behind that question as they go through the hills toward Jerusalem. There are places up there where you could go have a priest cast a spell for you, or you could buy something that would bring you good luck and protection. And sometimes Israelites would choose to do that, to go to these different kinds of priests, these people who didn't believe in God, but would say, this is what will protect you. And ultimately, the point behind this psalm is, I look up to the hills. Does my help come from those places? No. My help comes from the Lord. So as you go through life today and this week, and you face difficult times, you face roads that are dangerous or bumpy or full of fear, ask yourself the question, who do I look for help? Do I look to myself that I'm going to fix my problems? Do I look to others? Do I look to whomever it may be? Or do I look to the Lord? Where does my help come from? Make that part of your prayer today.